Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, Poochie's Pickers channel. I'm Poochie, that's Bopsy. She's busy doing some tax thing, so I don't want to bother her. The dogs are here, of course, as usual, to assist me in the video by barking sporadically when I don't want them to. I am a reseller. That's what I do. That's one of my businesses. That's what this channel is about. We go out and we buy clothes either from other resellers, flea markets, whatnot, etc. Or we buy from companies, we buy from thrift stores, we will go to garage sales, etc. We do buy 3D or hard good items, also like toys and electronics and things like that. But this channel is mainly about clothing. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to package up some clothing. We had a pretty good weekend of sales. Not great. Summer slowdown is kind of hitting. And we are going to ship some stuff out. We're going to talk. We're going to chat about summer slowdown. We're going to chat about why our sales have been down for about the last 10 days, what I think. So let's get into it. Now listen, I'm going to tell you, I have ADD already, and then I got rear-ended last Wednesday, which was 5 days ago, in a car accident. I didn't get rear-ended, my car did, but I was driving it. So it was horrible because the guy just started freaking. I mean, first of all, he hits me in the back. It's a very busy intersection. Hits me in the back, and I didn't feel anything right away. But then I go to get out of the car after the other cars were honking and, passing by us. I go to get out of the car. The guy takes off. He literally took off, like crossed 3 lanes of traffic. We were in the left turn lane, crossed 3 lanes of traffic and tried to take off. So I, that didn't fly with me. So I took off after him and had to follow him for a couple blocks and honk and, try to get him to pull over. And when he realized that I wasn't going anywhere and I was going to call the cops and he was going to get a hit and run, he finally pulled over. And then he got out of his car and just begged me to not call the cops. Just begged me. Said he had insurance but couldn't provide me with insurance, an insurance card. So, man, I don't know. He just was a lot, and it stressed me out. And now I think I have I definitely have some whiplash symptoms. I'm not sure if I have whiplash. I'm hoping to go into the doctor this week. I did go into my doctor, but he said he doesn't see people for car accidents. So I will go in at some point and hopefully have that figured out. But it's been a really weird week and a half. eBay sales have been slow. Poshmark sales have been up. Very, very strange. So what happens on eBay, I really, really feel like, and you can leave your comments down below, and if you agree or don't agree, I think that I have free 60-day returns on this account because it's all clothing on this eBay account. And I want to make sure people don't do items not as described, because if they do items not as described, then it hurts your metrics on your account and you can get charged an extra 5%, which happened to us before. And eBay, if you get one, even if it's not a legitimate reason or not a valid, relevant reason, you can still get a high item not as described rate. I think it's if you get over a certain amount or a certain percentage, then they charge you an extra 5%. Every item you sell, they charge you an extra 5%, which adds up on $1,000 in sales, which shipping, counts towards, and taxes and everything on eBay. It's an extra $50. So if you're selling $5,000 a month on eBay, it is $250 extra. That's quite a bit. What I think happens, because it's happened before and not just once, whenever you get several returns, even though you offer free returns, whenever we have gotten several returns, just like boom, 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 doesn't fit, whatever, even though we put the measurements up for people, they're welcome to return it. What happens is it seems like our sales slow down. So we get some returns and our sales slow down, which doesn't seem valid or justified since we offer free returns and encourage people to do returns if something doesn't fit. But it seems like every time the sales slow down. I want to show you one thing in particular. We're going to start getting into some shipping. Sorry, I had to say that all like right there because with the ADD and now the, you know, headaches from the neck, from the damn whiplash, my ADD, I think, is even worse. Can you believe that, Betsy?
No.
Oh, how could it get worse? So I wanted to get all that out and say it so I don't get sidetracked. This shirt, oh my God, this is a vintage Eat It Raw shirt. Adult, extra large, seafood. It is from, I believe, the 80s, and it is thrashed. Thrashed. Check this out, guys. See, the 80s or the 90s, it's got the little oyster, but this thing is just, oh man, Panama City Beach, Florida. It is definitely a single stitch. It's actually double stitch on the bottom, but there's the tag. Might be 90s, I'm not sure, but it feels and looks like an 80s to me, since I am also created in the 80s. I wasn't. That would make me a lot younger. I wasn't. So anyway, that sold for $25.49. And I paid, I think, like $2 for it. Nobody wanted it because it was thrashed and it was such horrible condition. And I went, I want it. Cool beans, man. That's a cool shirt. It may be thrashed, but it is cool. So put it on the scale. We will do the shipping label. I want to talk to you. I will put a link below for Gyro Pack. You get a special discount on your first order, and we get, the channel gets a little bit of gravy if you purchase from Gyro Pack. But these things, you see that sticking in my hand? Okay, these things on Gyro Pack labels don't stick as bad. Betsy says they stick a little bit, but these do not stick. This is because I'm messing with it and rubbing against it. See, it doesn't stick. So I love Gyro Pack. The colored ones, these little things don't stick hardly at all with me usually. That one was kind of weird. So that shirt is 4 ounces. We use a Rollo thermal, right?
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you, this printer, you want one. You want a Rollo thermal printer, or you want a thermal printer. We have the wired one because I heard that the wireless ones are slower, even though I'm kind of slow. So, but I heard the wireless ones are slower. So we kept the wired one, and man, it is like, it's awesome. We have all sorts of stuff that went out today. Polo Ralph Lauren. We have this. Okay, so this is interesting because this is an Antigua, which is a Suck brand, but it's the Atlanta Braves. So it sold pretty well. Even the Suck brands do well on, sorry, somebody's texting me. That's the ADD, you see? Even the Suck brands do well when it's a team, usually. So it looks like these are Polo Ralph Lauren shorts. So now I have started kind of marking down and giving better deals on shorts because it's June. It's getting close to mid-June. And when we get into mid-June, people usually aren't buying as much clothing for summer. They usually buy that in April, May, so not so much June. See, it's got the little polo guy on the butt, right on the butt. So the keywords we used on this were cargo, ripstop, flat pocket, blue pony. It sounds like when I do that, I'm about to say, hut, hut, hike, cargo, ripstop, blue pony, hut, hut. See that that little strip came right off that time. God, I love these. I wish we had a scale that stayed on. This one auto turns off, and I don't know how to get that to not auto turn off. So I'm forever turning the thing on because I'm just, that 5-second delay, slow enough. Touch it, maybe it'll stay on. So the summer slowdown is hit. So what are some things that we can do to combat summer slowdown? I know some people are doing great. That is awesome. I'm very happy for them. Some things that we can do to combat summer slowdown involves being aggressive with our marketing, our pricing. I have been taking some lower offers lately. I don't take, man, I'll tell you, when somebody offers me, like I had a shirt for like $11.99 and it's been on like a week and they offered me $4 and it came from a promoted ad. That's one thing I like about eBay is that if it comes from a promoted ad, eBay tells you, and what or a promoted listing, they tell you, and they also will tell you what the percentage is on. I don't know if I don't think it does it on the phone app, but on the computer, or maybe it does it on the phone and not that, I don't know. But one of them, it tells you the percentage, so you can see if they saw it from a percentage 8.2 percentage ad rate, or if they saw it from a, I'd never do this, but like 22.3% ad rate. So you can kind of see that, and it'll help you decide whether you want to take the offer or whether you want to counter them, because you're going to have to pay a big, fat, hefty promoted listing fee. See, it went off again. I even played with it with my hand to keep it on, and it went off. Bah. 8 ounces. That is the Atlanta Braves shirt that sold for $24.99. Dang, okay. All right. That's a nice profit. $7.99 shipping too, and it only costs $4.28 to ship it. Thank you very much. Those are the sales that make it worthwhile. So some things you can do. You got to keep listing. That's number one. You got to keep listing every day. It doesn't matter. I swear, I don't think it matters if you're listing one thing a day or 100 things a day. You have to keep listing, and I'm a firm believer you have to keep listing every day. This is a Brooks Brothers Regent. Okay, nice plaid. We will go in and see how much that sold for. So that's one thing. You have to keep listing every day. And what does that mean? You have to have inventory. If you can't go out and source, it sold for $17 plus, I think, $9.99 shipping because it's 2x. Excuse me. You have to have enough stuff to list. So that means if you can only source a couple times a week, right, like twice a week, you have to get enough in those 2 times a week that you have enough to list every day during the week. So if you're going to list 2 things a day during the week, then you have to make sure that you're sourcing 14 items a week. You understand? We always put our little business card in there. And, oh God, it came off easy again. Gyro pack, y'all. Gyro pack. Get those colored mailers. I don't have to go like this. Looks like I'm having a seizure when I try to get the white, normal white envelope poly mailers, these little things off. See? Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Another thing you can do for summer slowdown is mark down the items you have. Wow, this is going to cost a lot to ship. It's going to Seattle, so it is $5.62. They paid $7.99 shipping, not $9.99 shipping, so shipping was not bad on that one for them. I just changed my business policies on this account to buyer has to pay immediately when they do buy it now, because I'm so sick of people waiting and then never paying. It seems like if you, I want to be able to do that so people can combine shipping and get a better deal on shipping. But it seems like whenever I do that, people just don't pay or they take forever to pay. And like I listed a really cool minor league baseball Myrtle Beach Pelicans hat, right? Really cool hat. And they didn't pay. They made an offer of a couple bucks less. Like I had it $18.99 and they made an offer of $16. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll take it. Within hours of listing it. And then they didn't pay. They didn't pay. They didn't pay. And I just got pissed. Because like I knew I sent them invoices. I sent them little reminders. I knew they were not going to pay. So I just waited for the 4 or 5 days or whatever that eBay requires until you can say, which is stupid eBay, by the way. So you can say, buyer didn't pay for the item, I want to cancel the order. Buyers should have 48 hours to pay for an item. If they don't pay, that should be it. eBay should say, automatically cancel the order and give them an unpaid item strike. But eBay doesn't do that. And you can't cancel an order for no payment for several days. So I went back to buyers have to pay immediately. And I've heard that that causes issues with combined shipping because eBay's system is so screwed up. But I don't know. This is Ralph Lauren 2XL, sold for 14 bucks. It's just a normal polo golf shirt, nothing special. Nothing special. It's going to Pikesville, Maryland. So when I'm not talking, I do these a lot quicker. But when I'm talking, I do them slower because ADD. Maybe I should call what I have not like attention deficit disorder. I should call it aging deficit disorder. Maybe it's age. Maybe that's what it is. The A is for aging. So I have been putting things on my account on sale, doing coupons. Did you know that you can, on your coupons, when you do a store coupon, you can say 33% off, but then say only items from this price to this price. So you don't have to give the coupon to everything in your store. You can make it for only items priced between certain things. You can also make it so it only gives a maximum dollar amount. Like if you say I want to do 30% off of my store, but I don't want anybody to get over $10 off, you can do that. You just set it up when you set up your coupon. Oops, kind of messed that one up. So there are coupons, there are newsletters you can do when you have an eBay store. You just have to build up your following. There are sales. There are markdowns. There are all sorts of like special things you can do, like buy 2 get 25% off, buy 3 get free shipping. There's all sorts of stuff you can experiment with on eBay. And one software that I use that I like, I don't use it on eBay, but I use it on Poshmark, Depop, and Mercari, is Autoposher. I'm not sure, I'm not even an affiliate of that, but I maybe will become an affiliate and start putting links, but I don't want anybody to think that, you know, I just do this to make money off affiliate links, because I don't. I don't know why I do this. I think to help people would be the main reason. Banana Republic shirt, that was a nice one. Very lightweight. Sold for $18.99 plus $6.99 shipping, and shipping is $4.43. So again, we'll make a little money on the shipping there too. So I'm going to be uploading a video soon that is when we went to this new, they call it a thrift store. It reminds me of the Goodwill as is. You know, they used to call the Goodwill bins, the Goodwill outlet, the as is. I remember going there with my grandma and my aunt in Portland, and oh my God, the things I saw as a child in there. Oh my God, the things I saw as a child in there. But it was kind of like that, like it was creepy. It was in an old abandoned warehouse, like in really, really industrial warehouse. And I don't want to say what it's called because I don't want to diss them, but they have $20 all you can carry. Like you go in there and they have all sorts of stuff. They have some stuff is free, which kudos to them. But they have stuff and it's all you can carry out of this big, huge, like industrial building for $20. And most of what I've seen people carrying out is crap. But I mean, one man's trash, you know, is another man's treasure. But we went there for, they had a $5 fill-a-bag sale for clothing. And so we've been wanting to go out to it. We went. I could not believe how much it stunk in there. It stunk like, it smelled like something absolutely full of mildew, with mildew all over its body and inside its body in every orifice, crawled in there and died and created even more mold and mildew. I have never, ever experienced any place, shopping any place with a smell like that. Even the old Goodwill as is in Portland, Oregon when I was a kid, which I swear, man, I think they had dirt floors in that building. I have never smelled any, oh God, it was so nasty. So I commented that, you know, the smell, we came out because, you know, one of the owners had commented, you know, come out to this place. And so I commented and said, you know, we came out and I just want to tell you that the smell, like we all thought, I'm no, you know, wilting violet. I'm a tough kid. I've been to, oh my God, we've been to hoarders estates. We've cleared out hoarders estates. Abandoned houses I've done. I used to do when I was a little kid with my grandma. She'd take us in abandoned houses. I mean, we've done, oh God, my grandma used to take us to, there was a filbert orchard, which is a hazelnut orchard near her house. And we'd go on walks and there was a dump. People just dump stuff out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it wasn't like garbage. I don't remember there being garbage or a stink, but people would just dump stuff and we'd root through it when we were kids because we didn't know any better. And my grandma was like, yeah, have fun, kids. I mean, she was awesome. But like, I've never smelled anything like that. So, you know, I said something and she was like, oh yeah, we're more about giving a cheap shopping experience. And, you know, it's definitely not a cushy experience. I was like, lady, who are you talking to? Man, I used to dumpster dive in the dump with my grandma. So I don't know who you're talking to. I am not cushy and stuff doesn't get to me, but it was not healthy, I don't think. It was so gross. And they have you sign a waiver. This is what should have clued me into not going in. They have you sign a waiver before you go into the building saying if you get injured or killed, that you will not hold them responsible. Any place that you go that's a business, that's a thrifting business, that they say don't go in, just don't go in. This is a really nice Untuck It shirt. We might have sold it kind of cheap, but it sold for $15. It is a little bit, feels like flannel. Feels like flannel. Sold for $15 plus a little bit for shipping. Okay, I think I'm going to end this video. We've talked about what to do for summer slowdown. Another thing you can do is just don't sweat it. Start buying stuff for fall. If you do only clothing, maybe if you see some stuff that is not clothing, that's, hard goods or, 3D objects is what I like to call them, that you can flip quickly, maybe do that. Keep yourself in the game. So when summer slowdown is over, when summer slowdown is over, you will be ready to go with items for fall, right? But be aggressive on your pricing. Maybe take offers that are a little bit less. Summer slowdown doesn't last forever. So having said all of that, and my God, did I say everything or what? Like, now you know my grandma used to let me loose at dumps. Betsy, people are going to think my grandma used to abuse me, letting me wander the dump. It wasn't like that. It was like, the guys that dig for bottles, antique bottles, it was like that. It was like safe dump with cool stuff. So having said all that, I will let you go. Remember to buy low, sell high, subscribe, and make sure you click the like button. Make sure you click the bell notification so you get notified when I put out new videos. I have noticed that I have a buttload of subscribers. Pardon my French. I don't think that was French, but pardon my language. But I don't have a lot of views, so I don't know where you all are, but I would love it if you would click that little bell notification so you can get notified when we put out new videos. Watching them really helps the channel. Giving us a like, a subscribe helps. It all helps. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. We will see you next time.